All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence to attack early and try and take advantage of the other team's nervousness.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, stand up. Get it.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Herbert. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Look at me. Go. Squeeze. Now.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, let's get second.
Check safety. Hard.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Ready, set. Mike. Leo. Switch.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
In order to play a really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score. Will Lutz on for the field goal.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Look at me. Go.
He's crashing. He's checking crack.
Now.
To throw on second down. Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. Open man is Sims. He's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
First and 10 at the 41.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
45's the mic. Let him know. Let him know. Kill.
Here's 2nd and 8. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready? 8, read. You. Hard. Switch. Rock it.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, 45.
To throw on third down. Herbert, that one is caught by Hunt. And down inside the 15 he goes. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 14.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
At the 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
It's just me and you.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On third down, Herbert. Hard throw, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run it with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 63 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Sure. Watch the shot. Bravo.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
64,
Off the play fake. Clifford. Looking downfield for Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 54 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaquille Barrett showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming.
You draw forfeit. Get it.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
General West.
Check 45. Come on, D. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Joker.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
Back to throw. Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. The open man here, Renfro. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, down he goes. the 10. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Jones. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. DK Metcalf, 75 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man here, Sims complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
6-6, pull it high.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And the pressure gets to him again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Just keeping the play alive. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. On first down, Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 13.
From the gun, Clifford. Complete to Jones. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. They'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nelson Aguilar, 75 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Richard. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 5 now. Dobbs toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and 5.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
A big gain on the play, but it leads to 4th down.
One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. Caught out right by Renfro. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On 1st down, Herbert escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Herbert. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
X3, 218, chopper. Check 37, check 37. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. The throw taken in by Sims. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Go.
On first and 10, Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Jordan Jenkins there on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, orbit.
Off play action. Clifford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Daryl Worley up to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Back to throw. Clifford. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All day, defense, all day.
Throwing throwing again. Herbert. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Aguilar has it. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Nelson Aguilar, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
The Bucs take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Oh, damn, punt. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford. This one into the hands of Metcalf. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
At the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jones. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence and playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a